Right, welcome back guys, and we're at a completely different lake. It's a park lake. It's probably about 20 acres I'm guessing. I've had a good look around and I've seen fish finally. They're in this little shallow bay, as you'd imagine this time of year. There's about 3 anglers I think on at the moment, and I've got, see they're out there, look. The next swim along is just here, so I'm going to jump in there I think, go and get my gear. But anyway, I've done a good lap and a half, yeah, finally found them. There are a couple of anglers, like I said, I think there's 3 on pretty much central of the lake. Wind's hacking down here, but anyhow, we're here for basically 24 hours. It's about 1 o'clock, half 1 now, and I've probably got to go about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning, so I've got plenty of time. But first session out, excited. Haven't fished it, well, I fished it a couple of times years and years ago, so completely new lake to me really. I know the depths in a few areas, but that's about it. So it looks weedy, but anyway, I'm gonna walk right away back up where the van is, probably try and move it down here. I meant to say as well, it is a park lake and it's right a big old housing estate right away around it. So yeah, I've got to try and find little closes and little streets to park in. Anyway, happy days. Right, I'll be back in touch when we've got the gear in the swim. Right, so I've had a little lead about. I've put the deeper out as well. I've actually chucked the deeper to the far side, just bring it back just to get an idea of depths. And we're sort of looking into the middle sort of channel. There's a sort of channel that drops down to about 7.5 foot. And as we go around this corner into this bay where we saw them fish, it goes up to about 3 foot, and then obviously it gets shallower and shallower. So yeah, what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to have one just edge around this sort of snag here, just around this sort of corner. That will be my left-hand rod, obviously. A little spinner on that, and that's just going to be just where it sort of gets up to the point where the deeper water comes up to the top. It's about 3 foot. Just going to put one right at the top of that. Lovely and firm. Nice little area. So that's going to go on there. Hopefully you can hear me all right, because it's actually blowing a holy down here. It's really, really blowing like a good one right way down there. Hence why I'm here. Next one, I think I'm just going to go into the middle. Now 7 foot out there. I don't really know what I'm going to do with the right, but just sort of edge my bets. I want one in the sort of shallow end, one in the deeper water in the silt, and then yeah, I'm not sure about the right yet. I'm going to have a little look, maybe a little bit leading around, maybe a little bit further out here. But yeah, I think that's what we're going to do anyway. So I'm going to go with spinners. They've worked. They're going to work here, hopefully. So yeah, why change it if it ain't broken and all that jazz. Right, let's get these rods out. Right, so we've had a change of heart. This is rod number 2. Now what I've done is I've actually got another spot. Oh, what's happened here? Got another spot. Let me just get this line sorted. And it's slightly further to the left. So what I'm going to do is I've moved my what was the left rod into the middle now, and I'm going to put one ever so slightly further left. So I'm just going to creep around this corner, just underarm it, just past this bush here. That's the aim. Right. So I'm just going to flick one just in the slightly shallower, just that slightly shallower water there. I wanted to go a bit further on that, to be honest. That was crap. As you can see, picked up the weed. Let's get that off. Quite a lot of silkweed knocking about, as you can see, duff cast. There's a fair bit of silkweed. Let's get that crap off. But there's a couple of nice spots out there, lovely and gravelly. Alright, just a little flick. There. Bang, that's it, that's the one. Lovely and firm. Get this bloody weed out of the way though, because this is going to be a pain in the arse if our line gets caught in it. And just floating weed, there's tons of it everywhere. Right, let's get the line right down. Let's scatter a few baits over the area. Let's hope these ducks don't get too sucked in by it. That's it. Job's a good one. Right. That's rod number 2 sorted. Right, last rod. So again, normal little spinner with a hit and run. And then our 5.5 ounce lead, and that's going into this one's going to go out into the silt. This will be our right hand rod. It's going to go just in the silt. So we've got 2 in the shallows, about 3.5 foot. One maybe just slightly short of 3, real shallow where we see the fish. And then this one will just go towards this oak tree, and it'll be about 6.5 foot clearance. Yeah. Gone down lovely and firm, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to catapult, let's get that sunk, catapult a few baits around the area. Let's just pop down there quickly, just pop a few baits over the top. Oh, there we go, set them all off. A few baits over the top of that one into the deep water. Lovely. So we've got all of them out. I'm happy. They're all presented. There's fish not too far away. And if they're in there, you'd like to think that they'll drift out maybe when they're up for a feed going into the evening, perhaps. I don't know what bite times are. I mean, at Swan Valley it was evident that it was the morning bites. But yeah, I'm not sure about it. We'll see. So it's all exciting about a new lake. Learning it. It's not just about fish. I like a challenge. I think I'm stupid enough to take on Virginia water on overnighters. Right, that'll do. Lovely jubbly. Okay, let's get her sorted. Okay, yeah, rods are out, guys. They're all sorted and mappy. Yeah, let me show you what they are. Again, hopefully you can hear me all right because this wind's blowing a good old hoolie. Right, long and short of it. So my left-hand rod is just sort of tucked down this sort of way, pretty much tight line across, and that's into about 3 foot, just as we sort of come up the shelf from that sort of middle channel. Just fishing that Ronnie rig. They're all on Ronnie, so all on spinners. 5.5 ounce leads, nice big fat chunky lead. All the same tactics we've used over at Swan Valley. It's worked, so we'll try it here. Hopefully it will do the do. And all I've done this time, and obviously before I was using a lot of crumb and squashing them and all the rest of it, they're just whole. I've just been scattering over the top of them, so I've scattered all over. So that's my left. My middle rod, not far off of it, to be honest. It's this sort of direction here, so out that way again. That was the first one that I put out, funny enough, but then I realised I could get one round the corner a little bit further, so I wanted to do that. So yeah, then my two, that's my left and my middle, and my right hand rod is out towards this oak tree, into the deeper water, to be honest, but it got a nice big donk. Yeah, and they're fishing, so all bases covered, 2 in the shallows and 1 in the sort of deeper water. Wind, as you can see, pushing down. It's beautiful, beautiful breeze. It's been so warm. It's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, it's lovely, lovely swim. The main reason I've set up here, obviously, is we've got the pub right behind me. How convenient! No, I'm joking. No, it's purely down to this wind, and we have got shallows, and I've done a good couple of laps, and then we finally found the fish just down here. So I have just had a little peek around there. I can't see any at the moment, but yeah, it's still looking good. I still think hopefully we'll have a chance. I mean, it's the first session on a new lake. You know, if we catch one, mega, but it's just a nice to get a feel of the place, to be honest. So yeah, that's that. Right, bivvy's up, everything's sorted. I'm parched. It's now time for a nice cold beer. Beer of the week. Right, this week's beer of the week. Now, our special mention and shout out goes to Lee Mole, who sent me a message, I think it was on Facebook Messenger, and said, try this one. And I thought, you know what? I'll add that to the list. And then I found it in Tesco's. So, being the weather's so hot, I thought, perfect. So without further ado, this week's beer of the week is Fruly, I think it's called. Fruly. So let's have a little look. Premium Belgium white fruit beer. Now it's a strawberry beer, 4.1%. I think that's how you spell it, Fruly. Yeah. Let's have a look. Fruly is a premium Belgian white beer brewed with strawberry juice. I'd imagine it's a little mix between a cider and a beer, so let's have a little go. Right, great shout. Something different like that. Let's have a little bash. Right, cheers. Oh, I like that. That is nice. Yeah, it's like a subtle cider. That's lovely. It's not as sickly as some of the others either. There we go. Yeah, so again, if you like a cider, but you get a bit fed up with them being so sweet, I don't mind having 1 or 2 when they're sweet, but this isn't that sweet, and it's quite nice. I could have a few of them, I think. Last little bash. Yeah, nice and refreshing, especially on a day like today. It's going to be it's going to be 30 degrees tomorrow. I think it's about 26 today, so yeah, lovely. Fruly. Right, so this week's beer of the week, great shout, Lee. Fruly strawberry beer. Right, and guys, the sun is starting to go down. It's about 8:30 now, so it's dark in probably an hour or so. Yeah, the wind is still pushing down here, as you can see. The old current bun is dropping. So yeah, to be honest, I haven't really updated you because yeah, I've just been trying to take it all in, to be honest. Been watching the water, but I ain't seen nothing. Nothing's jumped out or nothing like that. But there have been a couple of fish down there. I'll still keep poking my nose down that shallows. Now I've been to one or two. I just had another look, but can't see anything now because of the light. But yeah, that gives me a bit of hope that maybe going into the night and possibly in the morning there might be a chance for a bite. But we'll see. But yeah, I'll leave it there, guys. I'm not going to bother filming anymore. I want to just settle in and yeah, take in the first night on a new lake. So yeah, if anything happens, obviously I'll let you know. Failing that, I'll see you in the morning. Well, we're in. We've got one. Absolute one-noter. Yeah, it's only a, I don't know, mid-double common, but it will do very, very nicely. Let me, absolutely ripped off. It is our left-hand rod. Tore off down the shallows. There he is. So what I'm going to do, quickly get a couple of pics, because it is the first one. Get a couple of shots and then get that rod back on the spot and hopefully nick another one at first light. It's looking good. Always nice to get one under your belt from a new venue, so happy days. Right, let's get sorted, organised. See you in a bit. Right, here you go then. See if you'll behave. Yeah, a little dinky one. Don't know the weight. Only small, but more than welcome. Definitely more than welcome. Always one you want to get out of the way quite quickly on the new water. Our first fish. And yeah, first night. New common. Right, a couple of snaps. Get back. Get that rod back on that spot. And down that margin. Right, good morning. Well, just the one fish, unfortunately. However, well, not unfortunately, I'm not greedy. I'm happy with that, more than happy with one. But we have seen a lot of fish. I say a lot, it's probably about 3 or 4 shows and a lot of fizzing. All of a sudden, they're fizzing right near where my right hand rod is now. Hence the old camera's been set up again because yeah, I was stood here. A couple of members actually come round and having a good chat with. Funny enough, one of them knows my brother as well. So yeah, a few mutual friends in amongst them. So yeah, nice to have a chat with them. And while we were here having a natter, there was a fair few sort of show, couple of free shows out here, just nutting out, and then quite a lot of fizzing. So look, bang on for another bite if I'm honest, but I am going to have to get off. I've only got I'm going to finish my last tea. Probably got a quarter of an hour, and then I'm going to start slowly packing up and head off home. But yeah, more than happy with the one, not greedy, like I say. First fish on a new lake. Yeah, it's always nice to get off and running nice and quickly. So yeah, so right, I'll leave it there. Like I say, every week, keep them beer of the weeks coming in, because they are yeah, quality. And if you can send us a picture, that does help jog the old memory when I'm in the shops and I see them on the aisles. And yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do, 'cause it all helps. So massively appreciate it. But yeah, until next time, I don't know if we're going to be here or Swan Valley, but until next time, have a great week. We'll see you next time on the back.